went out to beat the young girl, said, German chocolate? And the lady said, French vanilla German chocolate. No. And then the customer says, I know, I like a bilingual cone. A bilingual cone, the young girl said. She goes, yeah, she goes, English toffee. But the young girl was not impressed. Like, you know, she was not impressed. But she got her cone. The next guy comes up, and honestly, he's just like, did you say you hit spoons with those bowls? And the young girl's like, yeah. And he's like, are they plastic? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, well, I'll have a cone. Okay? And then he's like, I have a question. He's like, why do you have Moose Track ice cream on PEI? You don't have any moose. She goes, sir, it's just the name. And he's like, do you have shells in that turtle cheesecake? She goes, what? And he's like, turtle shells. Are there shells in it? And she's like, no, there's no shells in it. And he's like, she goes, it's just a name. And he's like, well, what would I get if I ordered Island Fantasy? And she's like, vanilla with chunks of chocolate and some nuts and stuff. And he's just like, I don't like things in the way when I'm like in my crate. And I'm like, no! Honestly, right? And so anyway, he's like, you know what, I'm from Ontario, give me grape nut, we can't get it there. So after all that, so by this time though, I'm prepared. Like, so I'm like feeling bad for this young girl, right? So I'm just like, I just walked right up and I just said, single wowie cowie, please. And she goes, what? And I said, a single wowie cowie. She goes, you saying I'm single because I'm fat? And I was like, oh my gosh, no. Like, that is not what I meant. I would never say that to you or whatever. And she's just like, I just feel like I could just scream. And I said, how about ice cream? And she's like, okay. And then she looks at me and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me and I'm like, she said, I thought you were gonna scream. And I said, no. I said, how about ice cream? Just the vanilla cone, please. So anyway, thank you very much. People ask me, you know, is it a difficult job to get up and stand up? And I say, no, just grab a mic. Well, don't grab a mic, but, you know, take a hold of a mic. Well, don't take a hold of a mic either. Just stand up, do it. Worst case scenario, people would laugh at you. Thank you.
Keep it going, Darlene, live. Oh my goodness. Great. Ice cream, people.
Yes!
Jeez. You need like a BED just to serve it to these maniacs. I love ice cream. Like you can tell already. He looks like he's never had ice cream. Languages. I've been getting those talking book languages. Toughest one to learn so far? Scottish. People have tried, right? It's tough. It's really hard to understand. What else? I'm going to pretend like I'm not looking at sheets of paper with stuff on it. I talked about the coal sores. My pockets, I didn't get a chance to press them. They're disheveled. Let's see. Oh, my niece isn't here. I'm a godfather to my niece's baby.
That's so nice.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So she trusts me with him for 4 hours or so, not much more than that. And I check his diaper because you got to do that. Anyway, this one time he needed changing, and I was like, all right, I can do this. Tuck everything in. And I was surprised it was like bright yellow. It was just yellow poo. And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's gonna be like Mango Explosion or Sunny D. The D stood for disappointing. It was not what I thought it was gonna be. But I love them. You do it because you love them. What else? I was hoping someone would come in late so I could do a thing, interact with them, but that didn't happen.
Everybody's on time! Woo!
On time, people. What's up with strawberries, man? They're getting too big, too fast.
Yeah.
it's like, there was like 5 berries in a big container. Like, what's happening? Are we just gonna end up going to the store? Yeah,
Yeah.
honey, can you pick up the strawberry? It's in the car, can you help me bring it in? Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
But anybody who's like picked wild strawberries knows, like those little tiny buggers are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make some ice cream out of that and charge like $400 a scoop. But so speaking of kids, our next performer, she has the toughest womb in the room.
Oh, yeah.
She's given birth 3 times. She's one of our longtime members in the group. She hails from Astoria, Oregon, in the States, where the Goonies were shot. And yeah, she's got a powerful womb. Give it up for Madge, the womb Mossberg.
Well, I'm kind of dressed like that, but look, I have my Sasquatch shirt here from Oregon. My friend Denise gave it to me. I'm just back from camp and it was very interesting. Lots of drama there, and we weren't even intense, but it was drama fest. We had wonderful camp food there, but there was a lack of fiber there.
Oh my God.
So I kind of brought prunes along with me.
Oh my God.
So I was like the drug dealer there. I had a friend, my big albino friend, and he would come to me and he'd go, hey Madge, can you give me 4? So I go, come on down to my room, and we'd go down there. And I quietly give him 4, and then the day went by, and he goes, Madge, I need more! Can I have 5 today? So I went down, I go, come on, so we snuck down to the room. Don't tell anybody, it's our secret. And he got 5, and apparently this morning at 2:30, things started to move, thank God. I enjoy my father. We used to go carry wood at the beach all the time, and I would love his chainsaw. But I can't really make that impression. I just am not tuned to that particular key, but give me the weed eater. Okay. Oh, and Dave, I'll try not to spit on this. That's a head rush there. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I was at the grocery store the other day, and it was so hard. I was in the oil section, you know, and I was looking at the virgin olive oil, and I'm going, is it still virgin olive oil when you crack the seal? That's a little And I do deal with mental health myself, yeah, depression and that, and this really helps me along here. I was having some difficulty sleeping, and so somebody told me to count sheep, so I counted 1, 2, 3. Then my ADHD jumped in, and I I started going cow, chicken, horse, old MacDonald. E-I-E-I-O. My dream job is working in childcare, and it's quite interesting. I do work in childcare. I've often wondered what it would be like if you had, Hannibal Lecter, he was once a child, and what would it be like if he was at daycare? He would come in, da-da-da-da-da, and quickly go over to the kitchen, I think, and he'd take out Mr. Potato Head with all the body parts and start putting him in a big pot and stirring it up.
Oh my God.
And then his little friend Clarice is coming through the window. He sees her in the window and he's very excited, like a cat, how they turtle and whatever. Anyway, he goes, oh, Clarice is here. My little chicken nugget, come with me. And
No.
what?
I said, oh no.
Oh no, yes, and I don't know. And now I forget the rest. That's okay. You'll have to come back for another day or two. I was married once upon a time, and I got smart, and I kind of left the husband, who is now considered the husband. When you're married, you have a husband, and then it's past tense, the husband. So anyway, and guess what? I kind of think like, here, there, and everywhere, so my brain goes everywhere. But, Ancestry.com?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was able to, I got it for Christmas, and guess what? I found my twin sister!
Yeah.
Anyway, she'll be up here later on. She's the smart one, and she's the funny one. But quite often we get mixed up all the time. Dave mixes us up. One day she was going up for an interview, and the person interviewing her used my name instead of her name. So it's great. She has talent, but I get the credit. So I think that's about it. But thank you very much.
Yes. Let me see. Let me get rid of the ones where I lie all the time.
Try to read, Dave.
All the lies. Lies. Sometimes you have to lie to make it be funny. Did you know that every grain of sand originally started as a rock the size of the earth? That's my guy who lies really bad impression. Every sand, piece of sand. All right, I'm killing, that joke is done. I'm gonna bury it at the beach. That's my girlfriend. We came out of the house this morning, or yesterday morning, and there were rose petals all over the sidewalk. And it was so beautiful. And I was thinking, that's the most beautiful litter I've ever seen. And then I thought, what would be good litter? What can you really just litter? And I was thinking, if you threw a bunch of money just out of your window when you were driving, there would be nobody going, hey, that's littering. You go pick that up. No, never mind, I'll get it. Then then I took it even further because that's how my brain works. So I was like, oh my God, money. People would recycle everything. It's like you buy something and your change is the packaging. It's the money wrapped around your product. You guys okay up there?
Oh yeah, we're
Just,
good.
all right.
It's money brilliant.
Swapping club cards or something. Anyway, money would be good packaging, people would recycle, yada yada. What else? Cold sores. I'm dealing with 2 cold sores tonight, guys. Give me support. I need support. My belt is terrible. It's barely holding my pants up. I really need support. Someone who has belt troubles. That's Brentley. We love you, Brentley.
Thanks, bud.
What else? So I go to the doctor to, well, I don't have a doctor. I go to the walk-in clinic to get my medication renewed. So I just bring the pills that they gave me a script for last time, and then they write a script based on that. And last time I went to ask a question about something, and the doctor, she was like, no, we only deal with one thing per visit. And I was like, okay, so what about this? And she was out the door, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I've had a sore on my leg for 2.5 years. And I've been saying that for 3 years. Nobody does math. Okay, that's fine. What about the mole it had that's doubled in size in 3 weeks? So I go to the walk-in clinic 4 times a week now. That's what I do with my time. People without a doctor. Yes! All right, guys. We're all keeping eyes on him, so he's probably not going to kill anybody tonight. He's not a serial killer because he hasn't done it yet, but we suspect that he is capable of doing it, but he just doesn't have the ambition to follow through. No, in all seriousness, he's the best, he's a man of tens of voices. No, man of 1,000,000 voices. He's a local favorite around here, Mr. Ryan. The voice maker? Sure. Get land. Give it up.
All right. Cat time.
Oof. What a delicious crowd.
Yeah.
Want to have you all with a side of fava beans and a nice Chianti. Just kidding, you guys. I'm not a serial killer, all right?
You don't eat cereal?
So anyway, my name's Ryan. I'm an author, a screenwriter, a podcaster, and a comedian. Or just unemployed for short. Yeah, I'm an author. It's hard, man. It's tough. I mean, the writing part's fine. I got that down pat, but I suck at marketing. You know, it's tough to do, right? It's a skill set. I don't have it. You know, you think it'd be hard to sell to strangers, and it is. It's hard, but it's even harder to sell to your family and friends. Believe it or not. You know, you go to them and then you tell them about the new book coming out, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's awesome, man! Sweet! God, bring it here, man! That's amazing!" I'm like, "Thanks, man, thanks." So you're gonna buy a copy, you know, help me out a bit, and then suddenly they just turn into Consuela from Family Guy. They're just like, no, bye. No. I'm like, come on, dude, I know you have the money. No money, no. I know you have it. No speak English, Mr. Ryan, no. I'm like, you're from fucking Rustico. No, I gotta go, Mr. Ryan, gotta go. need no lemon pledge.
What's up?
Anyway, enough of me venting. Let me ask you guys a question. It's a serious question, all right? What's the difference between arrogance and humility? Arrogance is thinking you have a big dick. Humility is thinking you have a big dick until you realize you have tiny baby hands. It's a real affliction, guys. It's a real affliction, all right? For all you bigots out there, we're not midget digits, we're tiny-handed Canadians, all right? I'm just putting that out on Front Street, you know, it's all about tolerance and shit, you know? Because there's bullying out there, there's bullying, believe it or not. You know, just last week, I shook hands with a guy, he's like, boy, you got a hell of a grip on you. You remind me of my son. I'm like, well, thanks, man. What's his name? He's like, I haven't picked one out yet. Yeah, this shit is happening. Right? If that's not bad enough, I got bullied on social media, too. That's right. A couple days ago on Facebook, took one of those Game of Thrones, which character are you quizzes. Got Littlefinger. Fuck you, Facebook. Now, I can see some of you Thrones fans, or maybe former Thrones fans, you're probably thinking Tyrion the Dwarf, right? Don't be ridiculous, okay? His hands are way bigger than mine. I mean, look at that. Sorry, you're way over. Look, you see that?
I see it, kind
You see it? No, I know you can't. Yeah, see. By the way, everybody in the back over there, I'm not giving you the finger. That is, in fact, my whole hand. That's right, yeah. Yeah. I guess they're funny, though. You know, they're funny looking. You know, it's. I get why there's jokes. You know, it's. Doesn't it look like I have Deadpool's regeneration powers and like someone cut my hands off and they haven't finished growing back yet? That one's for the nerds, I guess. Thanks, Dick. I always knew you were a closeted nerd. Thank you for that. Yeah. You know, if I got an orange spray tan, wouldn't it look like I had a handful of baby carrots? Wouldn't it? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. They're more like parsnips right now. Isn't it?
Parsnip.
Yeah. By the way, you know what I call finger food? Food. I've been drinking. I'm dry. Yeah. Does nothing for my sex life, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. It's like, hey, you try turning your girlfriend up, she feels like she's being fingered by an 8-year-old.
Oh my God.
Oof. Love you. Fighting sucks. Let's move on. Yeah, fighting sucks. You know, it used to be fun, you know, and when you were in grade school, you know, everyone was kind of on an even playing field. It was great, you know, you found out what you were made of. You know, not so much now. It's kind of demoralizing for me. I mean, think about it, like what I have to go through, you know? I got my enemy in front of me, and he's snarling at me, and I'm snarling at